So I think Insta360 came out and just defeated all of the competition possible. This here is the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, an action camera that also thinks about vloggers thanks to its flip-up screen, ensuring that you're in frame. 8K video, you got it. 4K 120 slow motion, you got that too. Waterproof down to 39 feet without any special housing. And oh yeah, a grip that transforms this into something that looks like a mirrorless camera. To say this looks like your typical action camera would be a complete understatement because it really does mimic a mirrorless camera. This absolute beast has a 1/1.3 inch sensor, meaning low light video is definitely its strong suit compared to other action cameras. And on top of that, if you record in 4K 30, the PureVideo goes into PureVideo Plus, which even further enhances nighttime video. And oh yeah, this also has incredible 360-degree horizon lock, so you don't have to worry about the camera being off axis. And I should mention, by the time you guys are watching this video, I believe through July 4th until the 15th, you can get the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 for 20% off on Prime Day sales. So if you guys want, I'll go ahead and have a link down below in the video description. Oh, and if we're talking about stability, yeah, this thing has it. I'm currently walking downhill, trying not to die, and everything is just so stable. I love it. And even though I'm recording in like the standard stability mode, I forgot what the best one is called, but if you choose the best one, it'll look like the camera's gliding completely through like the air. It's honestly insane. And guys, just listen to the audio quality. Like, having good video is one thing in an action camera in 2025, but having good audio, that's like a make it or break it for a lot of people out there. And the fact that it's windy, I mean, it's crazy windy right now. My hat's about to fall off. And I'm using the built-in wind guard that comes with like the windbreaker little foam pad inside. So in theory, you guys should not hear any wind at all. By the way, I got sunburned in 20 minutes. Don't be stupid. Wear sunscreen. And I also like how you can do 4K 60 with HDR enabled. I mean, this is a very heavy scene. Like, there's a sun right behind me, so it has to compose for the background, but also my face is basically all in shadows. I have a hat on, sunglasses, and you can still see my face and the sun like at the same time. That's pretty crazy. That looks like fun. Should I rent a jet ski? Oh, come on. That's not fair. Heck yeah. So anyway, the HDR, my hat's about to fall, is amazing. Whatever Insta360 is doing with their HDR algorithm and like the voice and like the windbreaker thing, oh my god, keep doing it, please. So let's go ahead and take a look at the actual camera, because yeah, this thing is of course built like a tank. I love the red outline on the lens guard. It kind of mimics, like, you know, those professional lenses, which does make sense thanks to its partnership with Leica. I also really like how the lens guard is exactly that. It's a guard. So if you manage to crack it, scratch it, whatever it may be, you can just spin it off, buy another one, put it back on, boom, fresh new camera. Not like the older days with the action cameras. If you crack that camera, you're out of luck and you needed to go buy a whole new camera. Well, luckily, you don't need to do that anymore. But I will say the rear screen, it's there forever. So I do recommend buying a screen protector like I did. They're very cheap, like $5 on Amazon buys you like 5 of them. So definitely protect this. The lens guard, it's okay as is. Now the bottom of the camera does have this kind of new attachment point, so it's pretty much magnetic with clamps. So the quick release that you get in the box looks like this. So all you gotta do is just put it on, make sure it's in there, and then boom, there you go. And then if you ever want to take it off, you just pull it off by these 2 little clips, pull, that's it, it's gone. Now the left side of the camera does have your power button, which also doubles as a button to change the mode that you're in, so photo, video, so on and so forth. And there's also a little door right there, so if you go ahead and take that door off or open it, you'll see that's where the micro SD card goes, as well as the USB port for fast charging. And yeah, this thing does charge pretty darn fast. More on that later. Now on the opposite side here, we have another door. Again, you open it up and that's where your battery goes. Now, depending on the bundle you get, you might have an extra battery or you might have only one battery. I got 2 batteries just in case, but as we get to the battery segment later in this video, you'll know that battery life on this is really good. But I will say I'm very surprised at how well the battery life is, especially recording in 4K 30, which is what I usually do unless I want to get some slow-mo. Then of course I record 4K 60 or of course 4K 120. But in 4K 30, the battery life, you can expect roughly an hour and 45, maybe a little bit more, which is definitely good enough for such a small battery this big. But Insta360, let me give you guys a $1 million business idea. Fit the next Insta360 with a silicon carbon battery, and I promise you guys will make millions. Now, another thing I like is how bright the rear LCD is. Very bright. I had no issues with it using it outside. I always saw exactly what I was recording, and I also like the locking mechanism that they have kind of thought of to get the screen to go ahead and flip up. You'll see a little tab right there and a little button or tab right there. You click on both and the screen goes up. And of course, you can have the screen go into many different orientations. It's not just up or down, but you can kind of stop it anywhere you like. And then once it closes, the screen's not gonna flop back up in any sort of action moments unless you go ahead and press these 2 buttons on the side. I really like that. Now there's also a screen up front, and this is just mainly to kind of show you guys how much storage you have left, the battery, what mode you're in. So if you go ahead and switch modes, you can see that this will also switch modes and kind of show you what mode you're in at any time. So once you're, if you're vlogging yourself, you don't have to kind of sit there and worry like, am I in this mode? Am I in that mode? The screen tells you also. Good to know. Also, another thing is how many view settings you get with this camera. It's actually insane. You have, what's it called? The action view, mega view, ultra, D-warp, and something that I like, linear, which is something that I'm recording with right now, which kind of helps to straighten out the straighten out the lines from the fisheye effect, kind of like a normal camera, but you still get a crazy wide field of view. I mean, I'm not even holding my hand all the way out. This would be all the way out. So, very impressive. As an example, right now, I am recording an action view, which, as you guys can tell, it looks like my arm is like 3 feet long. So obviously, action view is perfect for things like POV shots, or like the chest mount that you can get, or like the head mount for whenever you're snowboarding, skateboarding, stuff like that. But for normal vlogging, I think linear does like the best job. It's like the best of both worlds in my opinion. Now, since this sensor is so large, I mean, you do have an 8K sensor after all, that means you can do a 2x crop. Normally, I wouldn't really recommend cropping into action camera video because it never really looks all that good. But with 8K, oh boy, you have a lot to play with, and yeah, you do have a 2x crop, which I might say looks good. And the reason it looks good is because it's actually a 4K video because it's cropping in twice from that 8K sensor. Hopefully that makes sense. All you gotta know is 2x crop looks excellent. Now, the reason you guys saw this is because I actually got the Explorer bundle, which does come with this kind of camera housing for your camera. And the way it works is super easy. You literally just open it up. By the way, this thing is constructed like really good. I thought it was plastic, like looking at photos, but it's like pure metal, basically everywhere. Pretty darn nice. You open it up, and then you just slide the camera in, and then lock it. Make sure it's fully in. That's it, you're good to go. And then this little top piece does replace where you actually have the shutter button, because obviously if you take this piece off, that button is right there. And if you're holding the camera, you can't really reach the button at all. Kind of reminds me of the capture button on the iPhone 16s. It's really annoying. Same thing here, you can't reach the button, so they thought of this little contraption. All you do is just slide it into the cold shoe mount, and then listen. What satisfying click. Basically, it just moves the button to where your finger can reach it. That's genius. Now, the cool thing is if you want to take off the grip, there is a little thing right there where you can take a screwdriver or like a penny to it. But why do that, right? Because on the bottom side, do you guys see that little thing right there? That's your key. It's literally just magnetized in there. All you got to do is pull it out. And then there you go. Then you can just unscrew it, take the grip off if you want to use just the cage. Then once you're done, put it back in there. It's magnetic. Push it in. Boom. That is seriously genius. I think I just spit it everywhere. That's gross. This is going to be perfect for those that just want like a more actual hold on their action cameras, because the actual camera is small. I mean, it's like this big, right? So this obviously makes it much more manageable and comfortable to use. And yeah, and speaking of photos, by the way, I mean, the photos coming out of the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, I think they're the best out of any action camera in terms of its 50 megapixel quality, as well as the color reproduction, which in my opinion does mimic true to life. You of course have many different color presets as well as Leica presets that you can choose from, and my favorite is the Leica Natural. It just looks so unique and adds this bit of professional look to your photos. And you can also choose those presets in video as well. So right now I'm using Leica Natural, which adds this kind of unique look to video. It does crush the shadows a little bit, but that's just because of just the way it is. It's not meant to be as HDR-y as like the standard color profile. Obviously, that being said, I do recommend using Leica Natural during perfect sunlight like right now. And then if you get into the low light situations, I would put it on standard. And then you also get the benefit of PureVideo Plus. For those that really like to dial in how your videos look like, the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 also has iLog video, which shoots in this flat color profile. So once you're done recording, you can go ahead and edit that using any software that you prefer. And then you can kind of mimic the colors to be more accurate, more fancy, more kind of low key. You can kind of do what you want with it. It does take a little bit of knowledge, so if you have no idea what you're doing, just use the presets. They're really good. Now, another thing that really impressed me is just how well this thing manages heat. During our little getaway to the beach here in North Carolina, I believe it was like 105 or 104 outside. It was super hot, humid. I was recording 4K 60 pretty much all day, like just grabbing random clips, and not once did this thing throw up a heat warning or any kind of overheating indication. Nothing. It just worked as intended, as if I was indoors, which is the exact opposite of my iPhone, because my iPhone loves to overheat the second I step outside. Thanks, Apple. When it comes to shooting modes, you have a cornucopia amount to choose from, and it even has a dash cam mode, which you can dedicate a certain amount of space. So as you guys could tell, I dedicated, let's see, 47.7 gigabytes of space to the dash cam mode. So I continue recording until it reaches that limit, and then once it does, it just deletes the oldest clip from my driving history. So yeah, you can use this as a dash cam, a really good one at that. Now, another thing I love, and this is honestly genius, okay? It's called freeform video. No, free frame video. Yeah, that's it. So for example, have you ever recorded a horizontal video, but then you want to put it on Instagram stories, but then that's just annoying because you have to either crop into that landscape video, but then you're losing like everything on the side, or you leave it at it as is, and then you have big black bars on the top or bottom? Well, check this out. If you shoot in freeform, it automatically records in landscape and vertical, so you can then crop into the vertical part that you want or crop into the horizontal part. There's literally no more guessing on, ooh, should I record that for my Instagram stories or should I record that for my YouTube? You can just do both at the same time, and you can see exactly like what part is going to be horizontal and what part is going to be vertical. That to me is amazing. Oh, and by the way, I will be taking this on my trip to New York City. I'm leaving Monday. So you guys are watching this on Friday. I'll be gone Monday through Friday of next week, going to Samsung Unpacked, which is in New York City. I'll be taking this with me. So if you guys want to see a lot more clips on like real world examples of how this thing looks like, feel free to follow my Instagram, because I'll be kind of uploading it over there as well. And then also in my future YouTube videos, you guys will see a ton of footage from this right here. But so far, I am seriously impressed with how good this thing is. I knew it was going to be good because I've heard about it before, but I didn't expect it to be this good, especially nighttime video. Oh my God, that's like the biggest downside for a lot of action cameras, but this thing just picks it up like a champ. So what do you guys think of the Insta360 Ace Pro 2? Do you have it? Do you like it? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, definitely click that like button. It's free for you, but it helps me and the channel out a lot, and I always truly appreciate it. And if you're new here and you like no BS tech videos, consider subscribing. And as always, this was Mark from Mark's Tech. Adios.